see, there are 3 levels of preparation. You study the subject just for the purity of understanding that subject. That is always level 1. Then you study the subject in order to understand the different dimensions of that particular issues. That is mains perspective. For example, let us say you take concept X. I want to learn about concept X. If I am worried about only learning about the concept, the facts and the traps, see, this becomes prelims perspective of studying it. That is, you understood the concept and you are also going to know the facts. For example, BRICS. If I tell BRICS, you know it's a regional cooperation. But if you take the concept of BRICS and if you want to study from prelims perspective, you understood what is BRICS. There's nothing much to understand. It's just a regional cooperation between the 5 countries. But once you understand the concept, you have to focus on the facts. When did it come into existence? Where is its headquarters? What was the last 2 years of summits? Where did it take place? What was the thematic on that? What was the consequences of it? Look at this. You are only worried about the facts. And you are also worried about the traps. Are you understanding this? This is how you study BRICS from prelims perspective. But if you take the same BRICS from mains perspective, look at this. This is mains perspective. What is mains perspective? You understand the concept of BRICS. You think of different dimensions. Dimensions means the importance of BRICS for South-South cooperation, the importance of BRICS for energy security, the importance of BRICS for bargaining in United Nations, the importance of BRICS in order to maintain equitable distribution of resources, in order to maintain financial sovereignty. Look at this. Now, whatever dimensions I told you, you will not study when you are studying for prelims. In prelims, you are not interested in all those dimensions. You are only interested in what? Facts and traps. Where can UPSC ask me by changing some fact? That is a trap. Where can UPSC ask me by changing some name? That's a trap. So, what I am trying to tell you people is, in both the things, you are studying the same topic, but you are studying it in different ways. This style is mains style of studying. This style is prelims style of studying. But look at this carefully. In both mains style of studying and prelims style of studying, what is the commonality? That is your level 1. That is why level 1 means what? When you pick a subject, you should not worry about whether I am going to study from mains perspective or whether I am going to study about prelims perspective. Just take the subject and learn. Once you have learned that subject, then fix your mind of what is the reason why you are going to study the next round. Is it from prelims perspective or is it from mains perspective? If you don't fix it, this so-called integrated approach is just a marketing gimmick in order to sell courses. What I am trying to tell you is, how can you integrate this? When you are reading about BRICS, don't you think that it becomes complicated for you to think this also, to think this also? I hope you are understanding this. So, don't think that I will do both together and go. It will not happen like that. What should you think is, first you should be clear that, okay, whatever I am reading, will I be reading from prelims perspective or from mains perspective? If you are reading from mains perspective, then go like this. If you are reading from prelims perspective, you have to go like this. And I have taught you, and one thing that I have taught you is, whatever you read in mains, any X that you read in mains, what should you do? Very good. You have to convert that X into question and model answer. Convert that X into question and model answer. In your notes, every point in the syllabus or every previous year question or whatever current affairs that you want to read should be converted into question and answers. This is how you should always keep reading the mains subjects. I hope this is clear. And why is it become easy for you to read the entire GS1 very easily in the matter of just 4 to 5 days is because you have done everything in question and answers.